Just going to be getting setting up here. Going to be getting setting up.
What?
It's been a long day. I'm getting set up. Thanks for tuning in. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to kind of clean some stuff up. And sorry, we've got to turn the sand off. So Chris was going to help me get my laptop so I can monitor comments, and I got to clean this up, and then we'll get going here. Where am I putting this? Okay. All right. How's everybody doing? Tuesday afternoon. What's the date today? March 25th, 2025. My day has been going okay. At least not with the case of the Mondays. Yesterday was definitely a case of the Mondays. Had a lot to do and had to get caught up with some leftover stuff from Monday and kind of just running behind as we go. All right, so laptop's coming out here. Clean up my mess from the last planting. Just appears out of nowhere. Thank you. All right, let me get this going here. Bear with me. That way I can read the comments. YouTube. Oh, no. That's chocolate. Okay. All right. Let me check the sound. Wait, how do I do that? Check the sound. Okay, we're good. Hi, Renee. Hi, Arlene. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, cool. All right, I'm gonna need to be closer. Okay. How are we looking? All right, good. So today I just made a funny title, but we're gonna be doing some odds and ends, and I plan on making some soil if I can make it so I don't have to run away from the camera so many times. So funny story. Well, right now, this was down below, but I keep accidentally when we're working up here, I keep getting regular soil and things in it. And this is a carnivorous plant bog that we had made, and so I need to find it a new home because I feel like I'm gonna get too much regular soil and get too many nutrients, and they're gonna die. But the Venus flytrap's coming back after going a little bit dormant from the winter, doing pretty good, and this Pinguicula is doing really well. I don't know if you remember, me and Crystal made this, and we have this little pipe. It's a PVC pipe, but this is a bog, so it fills with distilled water at the bottom. I need to water it, so I'm gonna move it and I'm gonna water it. And hi Frank, thanks for watching. Hold on a second. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we actually got a decent amount of rainwater. I can go get that too. So carnivorous plants cannot have any nutrients in the water, so no tap water, distilled or rainwater only. And then I built this reservoir so I could create this bog in here, and we just fill this up. So it's got to come up to here, filled with this distilled water, and then the plants take up whatever they need. The carnivorous plants don't like to sit in bogs. Sit in steady water. It has to come from below, like oh, that's all I got. Like I said, I have some rainwater that we captured. I'm a little short, so maybe I'll do that later. But update on this, everything's coming back, and let me get this out of here. There was some soil in there, and I made it with these rocks, so the little rock covers up the pipe. Another cool thing, I don't know, can you see that? Maybe not. There's a begonia that's growing on its own in there. I don't know if we'll be able to tilt it right here. Maybe yes. It's up on the top here, up on my head. Anyways, that's new. That's growing there. That's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna put this up top so that I don't have to mess it up, because I keep screwing it up with it being up here. This. All right, so this is gonna have a new home over here. I'll move these. Guess you can't see what's going on over there. While I have this out, I'm gonna plug one of these euphorbias. We cut these off of that crested euphorbia a while ago, 3 weeks ago, and then I never got to planting it. So I'm gonna put, there's 2 of them. Yeah, I'm going to root them in this pot, and this can be part of this arrangement for now. Okay, and then we'll move on to the next stuff. If you have any questions or see something you don't know what I'm doing, feel free to ask. Just kind of putting around. So we go, if you're just tuning in or you haven't been here before, usually do a live once a week on Tuesdays, and generally it's just plant chores. I guess not just, just whatever we got going on. Try to teach a couple things and do some chores at the same time. So what I'm going to do is, so with the euphorbia, you always, the cactus, you want to cut it and then let it sit in the shade for at least a few days so that it calluses over. You can see it's got a really good callus on the bottom of it there. And then once you get it in a gritty mix, a loose potting mix, it will reroot right from the edges of the callus. What I'm gonna do is put that one like that. Turn this. Okay, I'm gonna put that one like that, and then this one's gonna come off to the side. Like that. All right. If it gets quiet, that means I'm concentrating. While I'm here, I'll clean this up. So we made this arrangement, I don't know, a couple months ago, and been kind of just hanging out here on the bar. All right, shoot. So that's what it looks like. How's it look? Okay. All right, move this out of the way. So I will give that just a little bit of water and then just let it sit for a while. All right, so chores today. I need to make up some more soil. That's what I wanted to do. I was just going to show you how to do a little bit. We mix it in a larger batch, but I was going to show you kind of the ingredients. on how to make a soil that's kind of similar to the Fox Farm Ocean Earth Forest. So the only thing is all this stuff is like kind of far away and it's just me. So bear with me for a couple minutes. I might switch gears and do some other chores here. I do have the main ingredient in most soils when you have a base soil, and that if you're doing like an actual soil that has nutrients, is peat moss. That's what this is. If you're doing one that's more of a soilless mix, then you would use coco coir as the base. But peat moss, the more peat moss you have, it holds a lot of moisture, so you got to be careful with how much you use. It's peat moss, perlite, and then I have all the other ingredients, but they're in big bags because we do bulk. So I got to figure out how to make this easy. Maybe Crystal can help me. Crystal, if you're watching, I need help. All right, well, I maybe summon for help or not. I'm going to switch gears. So we did have some Hoyas that I had put in a little bin, and I brought them out last week, and I was like, oh, these need to get planted. And then they didn't get planted. We were going to show a little bit of this aquarium that I'm building up. We're doing a planted aquarium back here. But I've learned a couple valuable lessons. So it was an older aquarium, and I'll show it once it's ready. But right now it's like workshop looking over there. So I got an older aquarium. It's like from the 60s. It's a still framed aquarium, 75-gallon tank. I got it for free, and then I started getting things, and I was putting it together. And one of the things they tell you to do with the aquariums is that you are supposed to, if it's older than 10 years, you're supposed to like redo the sills. I checked the sills, and I was like, I put a little water in there, and I think it's going to be okay. So I didn't, and then we put the rocks in and the driftwood, and we put the soil, and then I planted the whole thing. I filled it up 80% of the way, and then the next morning there was water all over the lanai. And so I had to take everything out. So I'm redoing that. And so today after work, I got it all cleaned, all the old silicone sealant on the corners all out last night, and then I came back today and resealed it. So now I got to wait a couple days and then try to, hopefully all the plants that I got and stuff will be okay, and I'll rebuild it, and then we can do, I know it's not 100% plants, but it's a planted aquarium. We're doing all plants in there. So anyways, I kind of spent the bulk of my time trying to do that and not any of this other stuff. Okay, so I think I'm gonna plant up some of the Hoya while I get some soil stuff, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. The Hoyas are over there in that little bin. Try not to run away too much. So the Hoya like a real gritty mix. So I think that's what this one mostly is. Just missing some, maybe I'm going to add a little bit of sand to it. Looks like it's got a good amount of perlite. Oh, it's a bin like this with ones that need to be potted up. Oh. Okay, where is my pink cup? Pink cup, there it is. All right, so this is a mix we made previously.
Like Home Depot.
What did?
You looking for your plants?
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, remember? Well, last week I stole all the perlite from this, and then had to put new perlite in there, and then shove these plants back in there. But I'm gonna a lot of these I'm gonna plant. No. So we switched up the angle on the camera. I don't know if you guys like this better or the other better. You can let us know. We just keep trying to do different things to try to be able to let you guys see as good as possible. Maybe soon we'll get like a more fancy. What do you call it? What do you call that? The thing that holds it up? Tripod. Tripod. All right. So make some soil. I'm gonna pot these guys up. Give some of this. All right, so mix this all together, and then what I want to do is I'm just going to get the ones that have a bunch of roots because I don't want them to sit too long in here, and get them in some real soil and let them start growing. And we'll do 4-inch pots. So there's one. I'll put this in here just for fun. I don't know if that's going to work. Okay. 2. Yeah, so the roots are, it's ready. This is Hoya pubicalis 4. And these have been cooking in here for maybe a month now. They were ready a while ago, but all right. This one's definitely ready. It's pretty cool. So this is an old flower on this peduncle. That was where it had flowered, and it actually rooted on that. I thought that's pretty cool. These other ones I'm going to leave in here for a little bit longer. They only have a few. I do have a bunch of these, so I think I might. I don't know. I think I might put some of these together and root them. I lost my assistant. Okay, let me see if there's any. I'm gonna let. So the stems take a little longer without leaves, but they're definitely rooting. So I'm gonna leave the stems in there until they start getting like one leaflet coming out, or 1 or 2, and then I'll do those. So those will be later. Okay. A couple of those 4-inch pots. 4-inch. Maybe some of these smaller ones would do 3-inch pot. All right, so with the Hoyas, like I said, they like a drier soil mix, one that it's going to have enough materials to allow the plant to have some water near the roots, but then a lot of it that it doesn't need. You want to let it wick away. So I'll put this in here. What do I got? Oh, sand. I lost the sand. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's right there. I rearranged back here and now I can't find anything. Anybody ever done that? Make it real nice and easy and convenient, and then it's not. All right. So this one's got good amount of roots on it, and I'm just gonna hold it there in the center, and then fill, shake. Where's this thing? So the new way the camera is, yeah, it only says ant bar. Yeah, that's funny, right? We thought when we did it, we're like, it says ant bar, but just ignore that. Maybe we'll cover that up next time. The ant bar. All right, so I'm just gonna do a few of these, and then hopefully my helper she's gonna go look for more stuff. Keep her busy. Maybe not. Okay. Well, there's a couple smaller ones. This one's good. Hold in here, because I really wanted to show how to make your own soil using some stuff that you can get. You can buy a lot of the items you can buy at the hardware store, or Amazon even has a decent amount. But instead of spending, if you've got time and you want to try it, instead of spending like, 15 to 20 bucks a bag of soil, when you have to buy, you'd probably spend more than that the first time, but after a while you'd be saving some money and make your own. You do have to have space for it to I don't know how to, not ferment, but it's got to set. Takes a couple weeks at least when you're making your own soil for it to set. If you don't do that, then you get some stinky anaerobic soil. If you're doing like real soil, like with compost, the compost needs time to work into the rest of the soil, and if you don't have it, we actually did that and had a couple bags, and we're like, opened it up. It was actually here one time, and Crystal enjoyed the smell. It was pretty good. But it's from the compost not having time to like set. All right, center this one. So this Hoya, the mother plant, had been neglected for a good period of time. It was over on the side, and it got too sunny and kind of got it burnt. And then I just left it, let it be. And then, if you watch back some other lives, if you watched it, we kind of cut it all up, and then I made a bunch of. I replanted the good mother plant, and it's growing good. And then I made all these cuttings, and I guess it was about a month ago. Waited about a month, and then now we got more plants, more babies. All right, so with the Hoyas, it's okay to put the leaves down. They can be below the soil because they're going to emerge out. So it's okay to do that. How many more do I got? Oh my gosh. You guys are funny. If you haven't seen that post, I don't think we ever put it on. I got my hair cut, and that post got passed around, or that reel got passed around from Instagram and I think TikTok a whole bunch. Now some of you are just having fun with it. It's funny. It's okay. I'll roll with it, I guess. But the funny thing was, like, he's like, do something, he's filming this thing. He's like, do something, what do you say? Sexy. I'm like, what? I didn't really hear him. I don't have good hearing. It was noisy in there that day. What are you trying to tell me to do? And then I finally understood him. And then it's not me, I guess. I'm like, did that funny little thing. And then he was like, oh, perfect. Didn't realize what I did until it was on the reel. That was funny anyways. Let's see. I didn't make enough soil. Shoot. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. But what I wanted to do, I got 2 babies. 1, 2. Dang, I don't have any more. I have 2 3 inches, and maybe I'll put 2 in a 4 inch. Okay. Double up one of the 4 inches. Boom, boom. And then this will be 1. We'll do 1 and 1. And I should have had Crystal, actually, she brought over the other ones, because when we did these I made some cuttings already in the soil. When we made all these cuttings. Oh, shoot. I don't know why I got this one out. I'm gonna put this back. And it those are doing really well. They're ready to gift or sell, whatever happens first. Yeah, I'm always playing in the dirt. It's science. It's actually really good for you, Renee. To get your hands nice and dirty. I have a really good nail brush that I use, because otherwise be all black. Have some dirty hands, which is okay too. All right, I'm gonna make a little more soil, and then I'm gonna get those other plants that we already did, and we can see we need a little sand. We can see the difference. We'll see the difference between the ones I did before and these ones. Let me get that in. I was trying to get a little more perlite. That's all right. Okay, so I'll do this one. This one's got 2. So I'm gonna kind of dangle them in there and then pull them. Go to your corner. Each of them is going to go to the side. They're in timeout. That way they're not like stuck together in the middle. Like that. And like that. Pinch. There you go. That's right, Alexa. If any of you have Alexas, you can make everybody annoyed all the time by setting it to do certain things. So unfortunately, Alexa here, she only has a very small repertoire of repertoire. Sure. She doesn't have many funny quips that she uses, so it's like the same 5 over and over again. But nobody else knows how to switch it, so I just get to mess with everybody else in this house. It's actually quite fun. If you have an Alexa, I recommend 10 out of 10. It's worth it to do that. But basically it's set, like if anybody walks by over a certain amount of time, it says the same thing again. And that one was dang, I've heard it so many times. I've actually said it. Oh no, that was the fork in the road one. But she does do it's better to have better to step on a stick than to get a sharp stick in the eye or something like that. And I think that one's funny. But anyways, I heard it coming through. It was funny. Does anybody else do that? Anybody else got Alexa or one of those things letting them take over your place? They're listening to your every move. We did it for the lights. It's actually working. Well, I don't know. Everybody else might disagree, but the kitchen had like these spotlights, but that was the only thing that was in there, and so it always would it'd always get left on, or it was just too bright. You know, there's spotlights on a track light thing, and so I ended up splitting up that and getting some other lights so that those lights are only for when we need a lot of light. And so now they get left off a lot. But I don't know. I had to use certain words to try to turn each of them on, and they're like super confusing. So now I have to print off a paper for anybody that ever comes over here, so you can actually like say the right thing to get the right lights on. So that might have been a little too confusing. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. All right, so we got a bunch of these. So what I want to do is let me get the other ones that I planted right when I cut it, and we're going to compare them because I don't think Crystal heard me. So the kids are in a play, both of them, and we have to bring them dinner at 6, which is when we're supposed to be finishing up here, and needed to be cooked while we are doing this. So trying to split it up. We've just put a frozen lasagna in the oven. Good enough, the frozen lasagna from the Costco. But we gotta get that over there, so I don't have my assistant. I'm gonna run over there and to where the plants are, and I'm gonna run right back. So I'll let you just hang with me for 1 second. What are your thoughts on planting potatoes Mars? Not sure. Explain more when I come back so I understand what you're asking. Potatoes Mars. Mars. Potatoes Mars. Ow. Okay, where were those at, Crystal? Dang, sorry guys, how was Crystal able to find the Hoya and I'm not? Oh, right here. All right. 1, 2, yep, let's see here. 3. Oh, is that one? No. Okay, we got some. The plant, Bob Ross. Yeah. Does that mean that my voice is putting you to sleep? Maybe I need to fluctuate my voice. I think more so today, especially 100%. I'm not prepared. The aquarium thing is like taking up all my time, and so I'm just trying to stay committed to the Tuesday lives. So we're making this work. What are your thoughts on planting? Oh, on Mars. On Mars. Tell me more. Why would we do that? To see if we can sustain life on Mars? Is that what is that the question? I don't know if they would need Hoyas over there though. Tell me more. Okay, so these are, we're gonna compare. These were done when we made these cuttings. These were the bigger ones, so they had 4 leaves, right? Similar to this one. This one had a decent amount. This 1 month, and rooted, and rooted. This one was a little more skimpy, but it actually it's got new leaflets on it. So this one's going to fill out pretty quick. I wonder if these ones, you can't tell. This one's a lot lighter than the others. I must have put more, because I water them all the same. Must have put more perlite or something in this. Trying to see if there's any new growth on these other ones. No. And no, but you can see buried the leaves in, and solid, no problems. So these ones, I guess, if I was to, because I grew these in the perlite, and I grew these in straight into the soil. Um, so these are a lot further along. I probably could have just potted up a bunch instead of trying to do the whole perlite thing. But I guess what I want to do is we'll check back. I should have maybe at least one or two of these left by the time these root, and we'll see if, since they already have the roots in there when they attach, if they then surpass these ones, because see, these are rooted but they haven't set out any new leaves. There's no, it's going to send out some sort of new peduncle maybe, or a new leaf, and get going, and they haven't. So I'm thinking, hypothesis, that once these get rooted in there, that they're going to take off really quick versus these. So I guess we'll check back in a couple weeks. I will, and see if that's what happened, because usually it takes longer to get in the soil to get rooted, and then you kind of go through this whole thing. Whereas in the perlite, plus you can fit a whole bunch in a small area. So those are the pluses. Okay, it's from the book movie. Oh, The Martian. That's right. I actually read the book, The Martian, and I watched the movie. I don't read as much as I'd like to, but I did read that book. Or maybe it was the Audible. Maybe I listened to the book. Yeah, and so here's the thing with the Crystal's favorite part is all the compost. She loves the compost. And like worm castings, loves worm castings, all the poop stuff. The thing with I can't remember, how did he break down the human poop, because I guess it depends on maybe his diet had changed, because ours is no good. Don't be trying to put that into nothing unless you got that one lady did Crystal showed me. They had the composting toilet, but it takes a long time to break down. So I don't remember. I did not see an interview. My TV time or any of that has been very, very slim. Any social, all that stuff. I've been pretty busy, which I guess is a good thing. Right? Been real busy, and just trying to keep up. We got down soldiers in the house that we're having to recuperate and get them back, so they can be back in the fold. And so we're down a soldier, so we're having to pick up there, and then so very appreciative of having a lot of help, especially with the household stuff, because right now not so much. And then Misha was gone, so she got back. She was in Taiwan, so she was gone, and she just got back. And Crystal was gone before that. So I feel like the last 3 weeks have just been like, I don't know, has it been 3 weeks? Whatever it is, it's been a blur. And then we've been pretty busy with the plant thing, and we both got regular jobs too, and it's been super busy there. So I was waiting for more comments, like, okay, how long? Because I don't know, I know a decent amount about plants, but I don't know how long. Like, I don't know the whole, okay, we're going to compost this, the species, and how long would it take to break it down? I'm not really sure. How are we doing here with time? I was going to show you guys how to make soil, and that was the name of the thing, but I'm not prepared, so we will save that for another time. Sorry. But I think what I want to do is do a solid live, and then we're going to pull that apart, and then we'll make a how-to, and we'll just replicate that soil, the Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil. That's one of the best soils on the market, but it's like pricey, and you have to go to get it. And like I said, and then we can make the list and like, hey, here's the things you need. You could obviously make it smaller. We do it in a bigger batch, so we can bag it up and we sell it. But that's basically, that's how we make our base mix, is with those products. And so I'm gonna do that, I promise, but not today because I didn't have time to get all this stuff here, and I don't want to spend all the time to go back and forth. So we'll have to do that another day. I got just a few more minutes. So we've got these Hoyas. I got to get these put up eventually. I can pull the mother plant over real quick, and we can talk about how to care for the Hoya. And then I think that's going to be it for today. We're gonna keep it nice and simple for today, so that I can make sure that we get the food over to the kids. Maybe some food in my belly. I do have somewhere I got to be personally at 7 here. And so right now it is 5:50. No, yeah, 5:46. It's a digital watch, but I got it on the analog, so I'm trying to figure it out. I actually hit it 5:46, not 56. Hold on one second. All right, so this was the mother plant. So it did have like, this thing was huge when we brought it over here. I don't remember. It was like everywhere. But the poor girl was not happy, like so not happy. So we cut it up. I repotted it back in here. This is the main stock. I cut all the rest of it off, and we left a couple peduncles. And this is the first time really came over here to check on it. So a couple things to note is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm gonna take care of these guys. So let me see if you can see that. Get closer. Can you see that? Yeah. Mealybugs. So not ideal. I'm gonna spray those. But also check it out. So this was all done at the same time as we cut these up. Basically cleaned it up, got rid of all the leaves that weren't super happy, and repotted it and trimmed it back. And now we got new growth there. And this leaf down here is new, so we got some good progress, and eventually I'll have a good mother plant again to pull from. Okay, I'm gonna spray this with Leaf and Tonic. So this is a neem based spray, but it'll kill the mealybugs. And I'm gonna clean this girl up. So I'm gonna spray all of it. If you've got insects, you want to do the top and the bottom of the plant. Can't smell it, but it smells really good. This is not your typical neem. Love it. Some people, I guess, like the smell of neem, but most don't. I know Crystal doesn't at all. If you if you're into plants and you don't have a neem product, especially if you got stuff where it shouldn't be, neem is a good spray to have, or a product to have with you. Our Leaf and Tonic is a neem based product, but I don't have a better word, on crack, is going to make everything grow and be super happy. Deeper greens, kill all the bugs, and keep everything well. I'm going to grab a microfiber and clean this up. I have one right here. Yes, I do. And while I'm doing this, any advice for me, because I have a lot to learn as far as the aquariums go. So we do have another aquarium. It doesn't. I mean, it has some live plants in it, but it doesn't have. It's not planted, and it's only 10 gallons. And I've learned a lot from that one. Back in the day, I had a saltwater aquarium, and I kind of got that down. But this is a whole new adventure, and I guess like I did read online, like, hey, if the tank's over 10 years, you should replace the stuff. Don't even like second guess it. Just do it, or you're gonna be sorry. And I'm like, that must be for everybody else, not me. And I'll learn my lesson. Oh, the other thing with the neem, you want to be careful spraying new growth. So I'm gonna get that off of there. Emerging leaves, sometimes the neem, they don't like it so much. It'll cause it to burn up a little bit if it's too frail. This is a thicker leaf plant, so the Hoya stores a lot. That's why they don't need a lot of water, is they store a lot of the water in their stems. Their stems are nice and thick. And so I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna clean this up, shine it up, and then the neem's gonna kill those few mealybugs that were on there. But it's all natural, so safe to use around the pets, and it smells good, and it's going to use, if you haven't seen it before, being used to make this stuff shine with the microfiber. Okay, I guess my partner in crime is off. Get the kids their meal. They only, oh shoot, did I do that? I'm gonna have to fix that one now. The kids got 6, so they eat from 6 to 6:45, and then they're on their tech week for the place, so they're there. The youngest one, they don't make, like, we have to go get her at 8:30 because she can't stay longer than that because she's not in high school. But the high schoolers, they stay a little later. And their play is gosh, is that next week? Is next week April 4th? Is that next week? Oh, I think it is. Shoot. Oh, okay. That's birthday week. So I better get on it. It's Crystal's birthday next. What day is the 4th? What day is the 4th? Friday? Is it Friday? Is my birthday on a Friday? 4th? I don't have 3 days of a birthday. I only have 1 day. Some people have a birthday month. Who has a birthday month? Raise your hand. All right. I'm going to finish this up here. So basically, you spray both sides. If you want to shine the leaves, which I want to on this, because when I originally planted this, I just planted it, I watered it, and I just let it sit. I've been watering this plant about it's outside, maybe once every couple weeks. So I maybe only have watered it once, maybe twice once when we planted it, but maybe one other time since then. And so the Hoya outside, especially, bright shade works good for them, and they don't need a lot of water. Inside, even longer. You want to wait till the dirt starts receding a little bit. If you buy one of these from like a mass producer, the soil might be peat. It might shrink like a pancake. If it does that, then I would say you're going to need to like put it in a bowl so it soaks up the water, because it's going to be hydrophobic. But even better is any plants like that, succulents, Hoyas, cactus. If you buy it from a store and it looks like it's like all just where to go? This peat. If it's mainly just peat, so it looks like a lot of this, not a lot of other things, and it basically, the peat will hold all this water in it, but as it dries up, it compacts and it gets all super hard like a pancake. And if that's the case, when you go to, because you don't water these very often, you don't water succulents very often, you're not supposed to. It doesn't pull in the water to the roots because it's all hydrophobic, and it doesn't allow it. So then you would have to like put it in a bowl and like force it to pull up the water. But even better, I know that there's been some stuff on the internet and they're not wrong. They're like, hey, you got to put this in a bowl. But even better, put the plants in the right soil, and then you don't have to fuss with that because this soil won't become hydrophobic. It'll always be nice and loose, water sparingly, and you have happy plants. So it's my advice for that. I don't have on. Oh, Friday. Crystal's birthday is Friday. Mine too. But we share the same birthday, so I just let her have it. She can have it. Yeah, so I shine this up. I'm going to put this back. I have it so under a cover hanging from a tree that's underneath the lanai. I got a couple other different plants that like the similar stuff. But I should have got rid of, where were those? Should have got rid of those mealybugs. So here we have a real problem with bugs, mealybugs, aphids, thrips. I missed one. What do you call it? Whitefly, spiraling whitefly. You name it, we got it here because it's never cold, so nothing dies off. It's never too hot, nothing dies off. Everything just persists. So definitely get a lot of practice getting rid of the bug problems. That's why usually if you watch, you usually see me, oh, bugs. It's just doesn't matter what you do. And the other thing you could do is use poison. You could use a imidacloprid, but I try not to. You could use a imidacloprid type spray it's a systemic, so the plant will take it up, and then it'll keep the pests off for like, a couple months, 3 months, sometimes depending on the plant, 4, 5, 6 months. But that is, I try not to use too much of it. Try to use more organic stuff and just try to keep up with it. But you can see nice and shiny. These leaves are, not a shiny leaf to begin with, but hopefully you can see nice and healthy looking. I'm going to set this back over where it was and then let it keep growing. Now we got some leaves going, I'll be able to get my mother plant back. So that was just from the move when we moved. Trying to hang this thing up. Put it right here, right next to the ant bar. maybe we'll change it. Where? So if you're just watching, technically says plant bar, but tried to zoom in a little bit so we could show more of the things. Hopefully that was better so that you could see, especially if we're making arrangements and stuff, which we'll get to. I do want to do so that a lot of the carnivorous plants, they go dormant during the wintertime, no matter where they're at. And so now it's time that they're starting to come out. So I want to do some cool bogs and some other stuff. And I got to finish my aquarium. Oh, what a pain that is. I'm such a beginner with that. Any advice? No advice for, I guess advice number one would be, okay, follow the directions of people that have done it before and don't think you know better. Because I knew, but I was like, it's going to be fine. Look, it held like, a little bit of water and we're going to be good. It was like the walk of shame times 100 when I had to take all the stuff back out. And I did actually film a time lapse of putting it in. I probably should have filmed the time lapse of me taking it back out and then putting it back in, but I was so upset that I didn't. And I was like, oh, so sorry. You guys can just laugh now. And maybe I'll just tell everybody, yeah, I goofed. This is the second time I've done this. because I didn't listen to directions. All right, so it's a little past 6. I know I got on a little late, but we were fussing around with this. Hopefully this works out. We'll do this from now on, and I'll get my act together for the future. I'll try to do better and be prepared so that what I'm thinking in my head will actually happen. Because the funny thing is, I think last week I did say, "Oh, look, all these Hoyas are ready," and I need to do these before next Tuesday because they're ready. We need to get these things planted. And I said, "Yeah, but you know what? Let's see. I bet you they'll probably be here, and I'm gonna be in trouble because that means I'm like super behind in getting stuff done." And here we are. I'm super behind in getting stuff done, and I guess I use this time to I didn't catch up. I'm super behind. And oh yeah, I think I have that in that video. So I've learned 2 things so far as making a terrarium. The first thing is wood floats. Did you guys know that wood floats? So I have, it's got this wood, driftwood that I put in there. I didn't soak it or anything. I put it in there and I tried to like put it underneath the ADA soil that we have, and everything was going fine until the water began to get higher. And because the wood's pretty tall, it's decent sized driftwood. And as it went higher, it started, becoming more and more buoyant. I guess I thought wood would just sink, and all of a sudden it just lifted up, and then all the other plants that were surrounding it were just floating around, and it was awful. And so that's on the video too. Like, so I started off and I'm like doing the time lapse and I'm in my regular clothes, and then we had a church thing we had to go to, so I was like getting ready for that. And then maybe we'll make a funny little story or reel of that. It's me running and trying to like get the wood to go back down, but I got like my church clothes on, but one of my legs it's not on. My top's on, but the leg is pulled up like LL Cool J. Pretty funny. So wood floats. Thanks, Melissa. And then also, the second thing is, if your tank's old, you gotta do new seals. It was like super easy. I guess it took me like a couple hours last night. My nails are kind of hurting because I was trying to like use a razor blade, and then you have to pull out all the old silicone, but some of it's kind of stuck. And anyways, it only took a few hours, and then to actually put the new stuff in was like 10 minutes. It was no time. And so kicking myself in the butt for not spending the extra 2 hours, because this project's been like a 6 months project. 2 hours, I could have cleaned it. I could have put this stuff in there for let's say it took 2.5 hours total. Would have saved so much time, because now I'm gonna waste 3-4 days. And I have a timeline because I'm trying to get this space together. We have people coming, and I wanted to entertain back here. So it was like super nursery and like cluttered and not great, and it's still just not super nursery anymore. Now it's like kind of nursery in this space, and just kind of cluttered. But the hope is that we can have a decent space and encourage people to come hang out here. People come to our house and they see like the storage area in the back, and no go. And yeah, April Fools is next week, so I hope you have some good jokes to play. What day is April Fools? Is that Tuesday? I don't have, my phone is here, so I was padding for it, trying to find it, but I'm using it to film. Tell me what day April 1st is, and then we're gonna go, because I'm over time. Tuesday. Haha. All right. I guess April Fools could have been today, because I said, hey, we're gonna do this, and we did it. All right. So I'll do my best to, maybe I'll be less Bob Ross and more funny on Tuesday, April Fool's Day. Or maybe not. All right. So I gotta water this stuff up. Thank you guys for watching, hanging out with me. entertaining me in the comment section. And I will be, I guess, I don't know, Bob Ross, maybe. Try not to be. But I get to talking, and I guess, yeah, I get this like, how do you say that? Yeah, I'll just have to have more fluctuation. Pretend I'm giving a speech or something. Oh my goodness. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, feel free to like this video. Let everybody know, hey, he was okay. But also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We're trying to get to the magical 1,000 subscribers. So every subscriber will help, and that will help us to be able to continue and provide more content for you guys. And we go live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's 5 p.m. over here in Hawaii. And then we also have a lot more videos that we need to put out. Just we've been consistent with the live, and we're working on the rest. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to cruise around and turn the video off. And I'll see you, if nothing else, next week on Tuesday. Good night. Thank you. 8 p.m. Hey, I'm glad I could put you to sleep. I'm going to work on that. 8 p.m. Was that better? 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because spring forward, daylight savings time happened. We don't do that here. So I forgot. Okay. Next Tuesday, 8 p.m. If you're watching it back, thank you for watching, hanging out with me. Hope you had a little bit of fun, and we'll see you next time. I'm David with Plant Bar. Bye-bye.